On this day, November 14, 1958, Elmacho was born on the sector of Coyoles, a banana zone in the department of Yoro, northern Honduras. Was a World Cup player with his country in Spain, 1982. A day like today is born in Tegucigalpa former World Cup player Roberto Macho Figueroa, one of the best strikers Honduras has had, which was characterized by a powerful punch. Died apparently on Sunday in the U.S. from a health problem associated with a diabetes he suffered. Friends of his in Tegucigalpa reported on Tuesday. Elmacho, born on November 14, 1958, in the sector of Coyoles Central, a banana area in the department of Yoro, northern Honduras, was a World Cup player with his country in Spain 1982. Honduras sealed in November 1981 its passage to the World Cup in Spain under the direction of José de la Paz Herrera, one of the best coaches of the Central American country, who 4 years later could not repeat the feat in the qualifiers for the 1986 World Cup in Mexico. The former Honduran striker transcended as a professional in the Vida team, to which he was linked from 1977 to 1982. At the level of selections, he was also part of the youth that qualified in Puerto Rico for the 1977 World Cup in Tunisia. In 1982, when Honduras registered its name for the first time in a major World Cup, it was transferred to the Spanish Murcia, with which then, by dint of its goal, it was promoted to the first division. Figueroa has been one of the top scorers that Murcia has had, where he is always remembered. In one of the seasons he led with 14 goals. In Spain, after his time at Murcia, he also played from 1986 to 1988 with Hércules. He then returned to Honduras and played one season in 1988 with Motagua of Tegucigalpa, one of the top 4 teams in his country. Afterwards, Elmacho went to live in the United States, where he spent a time painting houses in Atlanta. The last few years were spent in San Francisco, from where he maintained permanent communication with his teammates in Honduras, most recently about 2 weeks ago. Players and coaches agreed that the free throws represented a real danger for defenders in the barrier and goalkeepers when Figueroa hit the ball, which caught speeds of more than 100 kilometers per hour. Good player but better person. Macho was a very good player, but he was a better person. Héctor Eagle Chest Celaya, Figueroa's friends and teammate, told Efe in Tegucigalpa. He added that since Chelato summoned the players in 1980 to start the process of qualifying for the 1982 World Cup in Spain, Elmacho worked tirelessly practicing free throws, whether they were direct, curved, low, at half height, at angles. He perfected his punch, and that made him a great scorer. We will miss them very much. Celaya recalled that with Figueroa he shared a room at the headquarters of the Honduras Rally, on the outskirts of Tegucigalpa, during the process of preparing for the World Cup qualifier in Spain. In that World Cup, Honduras surprised both insiders and outsiders by drawing 1-1 with the hosts of the Iberian Peninsula, and against Northern Ireland by the same score, and lost 0-1 to Yugoslavia. Roberto was well liked in the country, but he didn't enjoy much of that here because he went to look for better luck in the United States, said Celaya, author of Honduras' first goal in a World Cup against Spain. He stressed that in the selection, Elmacho was also well liked for his simplicity, good sense of humor, and good friend. He became very important in the national team. He defined many matches. Sometimes we suffered for the results, but we always trusted him. "We had a lot of faith when the ball reached his feet because of his great hitting," said Celaya. From the hit of the Macho, they met several defenders who knocked down a ball or goalkeepers who made goals from the center of the field, medium distance or penalty. Elmacho was not one of those players who mocked rivals with dribbles, but letting him hit the ball was not only a danger for the goalkeepers but also a warning that often resulted in goals that were framed in the retina of the Hondurans. This was a day in the history of Honduras.